This is Mrs. Burley with the EBSCOhost Basic Search tutorial. To get to EBSCOhost, you're going to go to Clever. You're going to scroll down to the library resources and click on EBSCO. Once you're there, you're going to look for EBSCOhost Research Database. Now, the key to this is that when we go into this database, it is designed to be able to search all the different databases you see here all in one place. So from here, you can see that we're in the basic search, and right here it says choose databases. And if you go into that, you can see that right now, the ones that we had on the other page are primarily chosen here. And you can search whichever ones you see here. Now, I will tell you there's a few in here that we do not subscribe to, but that's okay. If you click on it and we don't have it, it just won't pull up. Hit OK. And now you can see right now it says Searching History Reference Center, but if you see Show All, you can see all the different databases that I have opened for this search. If you're not sure which databases to choose, you can click on the little icon next to the database, and it will tell you a little information about that database. You can also click up here on Detailed View, and that will give you a list of all the databases in one place with the information about the database. When you're ready to search, you can put in the topic you are interested in searching. I'm interested in learning about ocean plastic, so I'm putting ocean and plastic so the database knows I'm looking for both of these words. Another way I could have searched is to put ocean plastic in quotation marks, so that it will know that I am looking for these words to come together. As you are typing, it will give you key terms that you might consider. When you're ready, you can hit search. And this will pull up the documents and periodicals and journals available through all the different databases. Once I'm on this page, it's a good idea to look over here on this left-hand side before I really get into the different articles and journals, because this is where I can refine my results. First of all, I can have expanders, which will expand my search. Right now I have it so that it will find equivalent subjects, which are equal to my search for quotation, ocean, plastic, unquote. I can also have limiters. Right now, I'm limiting it to a full text. I might also limit it to a peer-reviewed article if I want to find something that has been reviewed by more than one expert. Or if I'm looking for just an image, I could just limit it to just an image quick view. So there are definitely ways to limit. I can also limit by publication date. Now, if you are working with something that is very current, that's going to be an important aspect, and you can just drag this line to find the publication date. If you're doing something fairly current, I would keep it within the last 5 years. If it's something like ocean plastic, though, there's probably information on that within the last year, because that is a hot topic. So you can decide how you're going to limit it. And once I let go, it updates, and you can see now it's only showing me this 1 year. Now there's also a button here that says show more. And the nice thing about going into that is that you can now set it specifically by time of year. You can set it by your reading levels, and it kind of gives you an idea of what the Lexile reading level would be. Like here's one that's grade 5 to 8. Here's one that's grade 9 to 12. So you can kind of click in and decide which one you're looking at. You can also set a timeline, like especially like these are all going to be US or world. And so like maybe if I really wanted it to be something specific to US, I could do that. In this case with the ocean plastic, my topic is so timely, I probably don't necessarily need a timeline. You can also set how many periodicals you see on a page. And it goes into other topics as well. So you can kind of see, you can set by whether you're doing newspaper or a periodical or a report or a review, all kinds of things that you can look around and play around with in here to set for your search. It can get a little overwhelming, so don't worry if you're looking and you're like, I'm not sure, just kind of keep it at the basics. Over here, it shows you the search types and what it is finding, and you can definitely show more. You can click on these different areas where you can see here's the subjects that it's pulling up. Remember how I said it was going to pull equivalent subjects as well, or which publications. And so you can even say, oh, I want that specific publication, and click on it so that it'll hone in on that specific. You can see here the databases it's pulling from and how many articles it found in each of these databases. You can see with my limit to this 1 year, I have 26 search results, and this page is showing me 1 through 10. So that is a nice number I can use. And let's say that you're interested in this first one, this academic article on debris tracker. You can look at it as an HTML in the full text or a PDF in the full text. On our Chromebooks, we have difficulty sometimes reading those PDFs, so I would recommend looking at the HTML. So you just click on it, and it will pull up the document. Now, typically here, it's going to give you a summary of the article, and it will be written in very plain text. You can also see that you can change anytime and go to the PDF, which if you're on a different computer, sometimes the PDF can be maybe a little more colorful. So sometimes that is nice to be able to look at. It will read it to you. You can press play.
Debris tracker. Turning trash into data to solve ocean plastic pollution.
So you can see how it will track the word that it is on and highlights the sentence that it is on. So that's kind of nice. And you can change what kind of accent that it uses as well. Before even reading the article, I can look at the contents and get an idea of what is in this article to see if it's something that kind of matches what I was searching for from the beginning. You can also change the language of the article. And then looking over here at the tools on the right side, you can push this article if you say, yes, this is one I want to research, this is one I want to use for class, you can push it into Google Classroom. You can add it to a folder here in EBSCO. You have to sign in to be able to do that. You can email it to yourself. You can create a note on it. And I really like that you can cite your source. So if I click on cite, it's going to give me all the different types of citation formats. Different schools and organizations use different types of citation formats. In the Lake Stevens School District, we use the MLA format. So that will show up here as well. And that stands for Modern Language Association. So here is that citation. So if you're using this article as something in your essay that you want to reference, then you will want to have this cited information for it. If you find an article you really like and it fits your topic very well, then I would recommend you go to this one right here that says Find Similar Results, because it's going to look at what you've chosen and find something very similar to that same article, and it will give you a new list. So it's a nice way to be able to hone in on the subject you are looking for. From this new page, you'll notice that it reset my limiters. So now my publication date goes way back. So you'll need to be careful if you're going to now look through here that if you want very, very up to date, you will then have to go back and reset your limiters to where you wanted them. So just be aware of that. And then also over here, if you just want to see a quick little view of what the article is about, you can click here. And again, it will still give you a one click to get into the full text or just to look at the detailed record. And if you like it, you can put it into a folder, but remember to sign in to do that. If you sign in, it will ask you to sign in with Google. And it has a little privacy policy. We do have under our school district, within our account with EBSCO, it is okay for you to give them that data. That is an okay thing for our district. And so you can say yes and continue. And then that way you can keep things in files. So it doesn't, they're not sharing that with anyone. It's just a place for them to be able to go and keep that for you. So once I've signed in, then now I can put things in folders and it will now save for me for another day. All right. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.